Page 9, colored windows. A little more use with the pedal here. And this gets a little tricky. The key of B flat can be a real tricky one because the flat keys are in all the wrong places. Let's look it over. It's 4 lines long, except it has a DCL Fini, so it's longer than that. Treble and bass clef, 2 flats in the key signature. We're in the key of B flat major. Now, if you don't know that scale, then just go 1 octave up and down and make sure you're doing that trill exercise. It's important. If you have been doing that scale, then you can go 2 octaves. But don't try 2 octaves if you don't know the scale. Just take it 1 step at a time. It's not going to help you learn it quicker if you just, I'm going to go do the hard part now. Take it 1 step at a time and enjoy yourself. Anyway, 4/4 time signature. See quarter notes, half notes, whole notes. We can do that. I have some fingering suggestions in the right hand. We're here. There's not much we can do about this in this key signature. You can try out here, but that's going to be off. You're going to be out of position for other stuff. So if you can, do the 1-3, just here. And now you can lift up. I'm going to do 2-3. They say 1 and 2. I don't like being up here. I'm going to do here. And you need to be here in the 3rd line anyway, so why not just figure it here to begin with? Then come back down. Okay, 2nd line, last 2 measures is here. And I do a 3-5. I just reach up here. And then going on, the 3rd line, you just 3rd finger comes up. 4th line, you can use 3 and 4. Yeah. Then here, that's the last 2 measures. Now that's a natural on the E. And the last measure, the C is tied. You see the little curved line? You're just going to hold the C down, but you're going to change here. So they don't need the flat sign there. It's an E flat anyway because it's in the key signature. But you had an E natural, so they're being clear. It's okay. Then you go back to the beginning. Left hand, you're down here. 2-5. That's because we got to come up here in the 2nd measure. So we're saving the thumb for that. And then up here, 3-5, we just changed hand positions on repeated notes. And then it's a B flat D in the 2nd line. And then here, you can use 2-5 if you're in the 3rd line if you want, at least to start with. And then it's up to you on the fingering. You find a fingering that works for you. Put the hands together. It's here. Left hand comes over, and then go on. Get the idea? You put the hands together, and then go back through the tricky spots, which is probably most of it, and get rid of any hesitation so it's a steady beat throughout. And then we'll add in the articulation, which there isn't any. They got phrasing for here. Lift up, lift up, lift up. It's like every 2 measures is a phrase, like taking a breath. The dynamics apply, in this case, to the right hand. That's the melody. This left hand needs to be out of the way. Keep it in the background. So the right hand is kind of light because it's soft, but the left hand is really light because it's really soft. Now we get down to the 3rd line, you come up a little bit to mezzo piano. We're sort of soft. Just a little, still soft, but sort of soft. That's the right hand. Yeah, and then at the end, you get the ritardondo to slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go back to the top. And when you go back to the beginning on the DC, go back to your regular speed. Because sometimes in pieces, when you slow down, you stay slow. But most of the time, you go back up. And here, you go back up to the regular speed. You're going. Then the speed, talking about speed, andante is just gentle stroll. Taking a stroll through the park is some simple thing. it's not the speed of the beat we're talking about. It's the overall feel of the piece. Well, the half notes are going to want to speed it up a little bit because otherwise they just drag. But the quarter note's going to slow it down a little bit because it gets going too fast. So it's got to be a balance between the two. Now, the roadmap, the DC al fine, remember DC sends you back to the beginning, al fine, go to fine. And the fine is at the end of the second line. You see where the thin and thick bar line is? Yeah. So this is really 6 lines long. Now we add the pedal. So you always learn a piece without pedal first so you can hear everything. So you know the fingers are doing what they're supposed to do because it's too easy to get lazy and let the pedal just cover stuff up. I get questions like, well, why do I have to hold it down with a finger if the pedal's going to hold it out? And the answer is because it's good technique. Learn it without pedal first. Make the finger, if it down, keep it down as best you can. Don't just rely on the pedal to cover it up. Here, we're only pedaling certain measures, and it's the same thing that we've been doing. I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. I'm going to lift the pedal with the hands so we get a little bit of silence before we go. And they're all done the same way. So at the beginning, it's here. Lift up. They're all done the same way. Yeah. Now, my suggestion is on the end of the second line, you have a fermata. I suggest you only use the fermata at the end when you do the fine. Don't use it the first time you go through. Keep a nice steady beat. Just hold it 4 counts the first time you play it. And then after you go back with the DC, you can put in the fermata. That's interpreting the music. I do this a lot because to me, the fermata in the middle of a piece like that breaks the flow. And this just continues to kind of just move on at a nice steady flow. I don't want to mess that up. So I'm not going to do the fermata in the middle. I'm going to do it at the end. Let's play this together slowly. It's slow anyway. And just check all the notes. And you should play the same notes I'm playing. And as I said, I'm only going to do the fermata at the very end. I'm not going to do it the first time through. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2. 1, 2. 2, 3, go on. 2. Beginning. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, off.